All right. Welcome. Welcome to the stream. Don't know if it's working, but we'll find out. Equipment check. It's nice when everything works immediately. Okay. Let's see. Are we live? Are we live? We are live on the YouTube. Are we live on the Rumble? Refresh, refresh, refresh. There we are. It's working. YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain a smooth streaming. Open widget. Let's see what we can get here. Apparently we're getting poor buffering. I'm not sure why. It's always something every day, isn't it? Always something every day. What's up, Apothecary John? Thanks for that. Wow, I can not seem to line up the buttons on my sweater. There we go. Anyway, welcome to the show. I'm monitoring it right now just to see that it's working. But yeah, it does seem a little glitchy. Looks like it's a little glitchy. Run a speed check real quick. See if it's on my end. Because that's always a possibility. Fast. Well, my download speeds are really good. Let's see what the upload speed is. Unbelievable upload speed. So it's not on my end at all. Because it looks like I'm doing 22 megabytes up. So that should be plenty fast. You know, when you pay for the fast package, it better be fast, right? So, not sure what's going on there. What's up, Big Daddy? Hashtag Rumble Gang. So we're live. Yeah, we are live. Let me just make sure I got this muted. And I'm tweeting it out right now. All right. Awesome. So if you're over there on X, do me a favor and hit the share. That'd be nice. But yeah. What's up, Ox? Glad y'all could join me. I'm back with an eggnog. Very nice. Very nice. Now today I may not have any yeah. May not have any graphics or music. Because why would that work, right? Why would that work? Worked this morning. Why would I expect it to work now? Yeah. Oh well. Oh well. Anyway, glad you all could join me today. Hope you had a good day. My day went kind of quickly. Just kind of screamed by. Did a little more chainsaw action. I've been cutting up some wood, trying to get all the wood cut up before all the rains come. But the chainsaws that I have, they're smaller ones. They're like 16-inch bars. And I really need like a really big one. But yeah. Stream looks good for you, Bastille? Good. Perhaps it was just temporary. Just a little thing to freak me out right at the beginning of the stream. I get a big yellow bar across. Warning! You know, you're screwed. So, anyway, but yeah, I need a really big chainsaw. Turns out they don't rent really big chainsaws. You can only get to maybe a 20-inch bar at max that anyone will rent you. I guess they figure for safety issues they're not letting people take like a 36-inch chainsaw. And I guess that's understandable, but that's kind of what I need. I could really get everything done if I had a big enough chainsaw, but oh well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Yeah, so I guess we can get to some jokes, right? Let me grab the little machine here. All right. Huh. Guess I just like the traditional, picking the right drum kit. Guess that'll work. That'll work. Okay. Well, I've got that. Let's get to the jokes, shall we? I did the thumbnail with Thanksgiving dinner because, in the earlier show today, we talked about not bringing up politics at Thanksgiving dinner. And so I'm going to have more about that a little bit later. But that was my thinking behind that. Yeah, let's get to the jokes. And I don't know why. I really don't know why that's not working. Oh well. All right. Well, let's get to it, shall we? And when I'm done, normally I hit the little music as a transition. Oh well. So the Rolling Stones, you know them. They're hitting a stadium tour again, folks. It's like a senior citizens version of California Dreamin'. I hear they're in their 70s and 80s and they're still touring. Mick Jagger's dance moves now count as a cardio workout. Yeah. So Spotify, they're changing their payment policy for artists. They're really streamlining it, folks. Apparently, if your song doesn't hit 1,000 streams a year, you're paid the ultimate price. Zilch, nada, nothing. Not even enough for a cup of Spotify's own premium subscription. Hard word. Subscription. Premium subscription. I don't know why I have a hard time with that. Anyway, next up, Macy's Thanksgiving Parade is prepping for its big day. They got a lineup that's more star-studded than a Hollywood Awards show, folks. They're bringing out the big guns with performances from Back to the Future, the musical, and Spam-A-Lot, because nothing says Turkey Day like time travel and absurd British humor. So, after decades of mystery, Banksy finally revealed his name. Robbie. Yeah. I mean, the guy's been painting graffiti for years, creating art worth millions of dollars, and his big reveal? Robbie. Sounds like the guy who fixes your leaky faucet. I don't know. Speaking of, British stuff. Top Gear is hitting the brakes, folks. Apparently, it's on hiatus because their presenters keep crashing cars more often than a demolition derby. I mean, they're setting records both for most car crashes and the biggest payouts to their hosts. And as I said earlier, maybe I said this last night, I can't remember. President Biden celebrated cake. Really? Cake was lit up more than the 4th of July fireworks. He tried to make light of it, saying, turns out, on your 146th birthday, you run out of space for candles. That's funny, Joe. And when you exit a room like a Roomba, you've run out of space for you in politics. So apparently the richest 1%, you remember the 1%, the 1% of the 1%. Yeah, they're responsible for more carbon emissions than the poorest 2/3. The poorest 66%. It's like they're playing a real-life version of the Hunger Games, except instead of districts fighting for survival, it's just billionaires being billionaires. Yeah. I just keep getting warnings that the stream isn't good. Let me look at an analytics here on this side. Let's see how we're doing. The delay seems okay. Video bitrate seems okay. Audio bitrate seems okay. Frame rate seems stable. Not sure what's happening with YouTube. Okay. It's just billionaires being billionaires. I heard YouTube. Uh-oh. Is this gonna stop the stream? I heard YouTube's latest update has hidden the feature. It's called the loading, wait for it, delay. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the ad blockers. No. Amazing. That was the next joke I had. Not even a joke. More of a reality. Yeah. Hulu has a Black Friday deal. Get 1 year of the ad-supported plan for only $12. So if I break that down to every time I've watched Hulu this year, that's only $12 per view. It seems like the cost of being a diehard sports fan is hitting a wallet harder than ever. Between dynamic pricing and resurgence in live events, going to games is starting to feel like a luxury box experience for a nosebleed seat. Yeah. You know, I'm thrilled for MSNBC's Nicole Wallace. Now, normally not a big fan, but I'm thrilled for her. She's welcoming her new baby girl, Isabella. She's already working on a segment for her deadline diaper change, but seriously, I hope the kid doesn't grow up to be a pundit, because trust me, the world doesn't need another person talking into a camera about the news. We got enough of those already. And, you know, it's Hollywood where everyone's changing something. Bradley Cooper catching flack for a prosthetic nose. I mean, we're fine with aliens, superheroes, and dinosaurs, but a prosthetic nose? That's where you draw the line? I guess you could say he knows better. Okay. Glad to hear that the Rumble stream is doing great. Good on that. Good on that. I was playing around. Obviously, you can tell with where I put the live chat. And I still gotta learn this program a little bit better, because I would move me over, and then I would go to this one, and then I would be moved. So I'm not sure how to make that happen, but I will. Ox says 20-inch chainsaw should be plenty. What size are you looking for? I got like a 30-inch chainsaw. That's what I need. No, I got these logs that are probably about 30 inches in diameter. So, I mean, yeah, what I've been doing is going around. But they're on the ground, so it's kind of hard to cut from underneath, you know. Yeah, once I get it down to, maybe 6 feet or so, and I can lift it up, then I can maybe do like a big totem pole or something with it. That'd be fun, And if I screw it up, then I just cut it up into firewood, So, anyway. Had a little buffering over there on YT. Thanks for the update on that. Okay. Yeah, it's stream is healthy, error, no data, error, no data, error, stream is healthy, error. Okay, so that's where we're at. We're in that cycle right now. But it says the connection is excellent right now, so that's good. Well, I guess let's get to it. Let's check out connections for today. And I don't know what happened, why it's so big. Okay, there we go. That's a little better. We're creating 4 groups of 4. So we have to find the connection, hence the name of the game, Connections. This is for the 21st, which was, you know what? I teach vampire, straw and suck and vacuum. That would be things that suck. Things that suck. Yeah. Wow, I even got the things that suck. How about that? It's pretty cool. Now I see... See, I see hip and I just think flask. It's got to be flask. No. Oh. So let's see. Well, I know that... Wow, okay. I think it's Vogue, Chic. Now, why are you saying hip and in? Oh. Vogue, Chic, hip, and in? I'll try that one, but I saw something different. No, one away. So I think, yeah, Vogue, Floss, Worm, and Robot. Now, see, you have to be a certain age to know these. But these were all from this. Well, I guess Floss is new. But Vogue, these are all dances. There's the Vogue, strike a pose. You got the Robot, which was actually, the Robot was kind of big in the 70s. The Worm, that was in I guess that was late 70s, early 80s, and Floss. Dance moves, yeah. The Floss is just dumb, I think. I mean, it looks silly if you're like super skinny and got long gangly arms. It kind of looks odd and interesting, but it's not a very fun dance move. The Robot's fun. Voguing's fun. The Worm is fun. So, lastly, we got Chic, Hip, In, and Hot. And that's fashionable. So, boom, there we go. We got it. We got our 4 groups of 4. Yay, team. Yay, team. Very nice. Very nice. Well, I was talking today, and Natasha, just so you know, nutmeg in my eggnog. Today I was talking about, you probably don't want to talk about politics over Thanksgiving dinner. We got people from different families. Everybody's coming together. Just try to avoid it. Well, that led me to think about, other things that you might not want to discuss at Thanksgiving dinner. And here's a 12, an 11, and a 10, and a 9. And just imagine graphics going across the screen. Just imagine counting down to 1, because the graphics don't work right now. And I don't know why. Oh, man. Whew. Probably need to check this stuff like a little bit before going live, Natasha says, I need a deck of conversation card starters for Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah, these are really good for conversations. But these are 12 things not to discuss. 12 things not to discuss at Thanksgiving dinner. Number 12, your extensive collection of taxidermy chipmunks. No. The 12-part documentary you've been watching about things with 12 parts. Nobody cares. Your theory on why the turkey to stuffing ratio is crucial. Just keep it to yourself. It's just going to create a fight, okay? Things not to discuss for Thanksgiving dinner. Number 9, don't debate whether mashed potatoes should have lumps or be smooth. It's lumps, obviously, right? Number 8, your latest attempt at composing a turkey-themed rap song. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Number 7, grandma's Tinder profile. No. Don't talk about it. Number 6, Bitcoin. Nobody listened to you when you told them to buy it $4,000 either. They're not going to do it now. Number 5, squirrels learning to drive tiny cars. I don't know. Maybe you can bring that one up. Number 4, the origins of the term spork. Okay. Number 3, do not bring up at Thanksgiving dinner Marie Kondo. Don't do it. Number 2, the existence of parallel universes. And the number 1 thing not to bring up at Thanksgiving dinner, the true identity of the infamous turducken. Yeah. Need my little machine working. Oh, well. What are you going to do? Anyway, so that is that. Let's see, just checking on something real quick here. Apparently not. Thanks for sharing, Lucid. Thanks for liking the stream, guys. I appreciate that. Good deal. I can look live and see that. So that's a good deal. Well, speaking of conversation starters, yeah, I was trying earlier. What I need is like another computer. So I got one that I know that works, and then one I can test things on. I guess that's probably how they do it other places. But I've been trying to come up with this way to have a telestrator, but still haven't got it to work. But we'll keep trying with that. So yeah, no, I just wanted to say we got these conversation starters. So I just want to give you a couple right now, and these are just random. Now, these are for dates, but I think they might be appropriate for all. What is the strangest coincidence you've ever experienced? That's if you're one of those people that believes that coincidences happen and it's not all planned by a government agency, right? Just kidding. I'm just kidding. Well, a strange coincidence that I have had. Oh, this was an interesting one, and I don't know that it's the strangest, but I don't really do anything on Facebook or Instagram or anything like that. I don't. I think my profile's my personal profile is just private. I just don't care. It's not really my thing. But years ago, I was in Mexico City, and let me see if I can pull up this. I can show it to you. And I was down there, and I was walking over to the Anthropology Museum. And I decided to open up and look at the Instagram, because I had Instagram on my phone. And my friend Dave had posted a picture. Now, it's not the Angel of Independence. That's not it. But I'm walking along, and there is a picture, and he'd posted a picture of himself standing in front of this statue, which is an angel with some wings, and you stand in front of the angel. Okay, so it looks like you have the wings. And he didn't mention where he was. I hadn't seen him in decades. I know how I can find this. Here, I can do it like this. Let's see. Okay. I guess we can do it like this. Because I know where it is. So, but anyway, I saw that, and then I looked up, and then I saw the statue. Literally, like minutes later, I was walking by that statue, and I was like, whoa, this looks just like the statue that I saw on Instagram. And it was. And he was there. And this was a friend of mine from high school. I think the last time I saw him was at his college graduation. And he was randomly over here at the Museo Nacional de Antropología in Mexico City. And I think, let's see, I think it is right around... I think it's right around here. So let's see if I can find this little statue. Well, it was. I mean, maybe they've taken it down. I swear. It's right at this intersection. Right here in, so they've got like a little bike lane, a little pedestrian zone here. And right here, pretty sure, there used to be a statue there. Apparently it's no longer there. I'm not seeing it, and I know this is where it was, so. Anyway, I think that was my biggest coincidence. It was totally bizarre. I hadn't seen him in decades. And I'm just walking along here, walking through this park. I see his Instagram, and then I look up, and there's the statue. And I gave him, I sent him a message, and we went out. We went out to eat. Went out for dinner. But that was a pretty bizarre coincidence. He lives in D.C. That I would run into him there. It's a small world. You run into people everywhere. Yeah, I know the Nashville Wings mural. I think a lot of people put that on their Instagram. You may see it on Tinder profiles and things like that. You can pick older pictures in Google Maps. Oh, can I? Let's see. Well, I am pretty sure it was right here. You know what? I think it is gone because I think last time I was in Mexico last year, maybe I didn't see it then. But here's the Anthropology Museum. They got this nice big statue out front. Really a wonderful museum. Let's see if I can hop up. Can I hop up? No, apparently not. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, this I guess this temporary angel statue I ran into a good friend of mine. We were just both randomly there at the exact same time. Weird. Let's see. Natasha says, my brother and I struck up a conversation with a guy at an Indian market who knew a hotel owner in another state that my brother was going. See, I can't read that word. Going to see on business. Sales for Mitsubishi in a week. Yeah, see, it's a small world. You run into these weird things. You run into these weird coincidences like that. You can pick older pictures on Google Maps. I'm not sure. I guess I could in the. I don't know what the mural is, or not. It's not a mural. It was a statue, but I don't remember what it was called. So it'd be kind of hard to search for. Oh well. See, Natasha says, I ran into my first boss at an art museum. My date knew him, but I only recognized his name. He didn't remember me, and I was surprised that I remembered we had nicknamed him Bucket. Well, that's not the worst nickname someone can have, right? Next to the month and year in the black box on the left, it says pick more dates. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. If this actually happens, I'm gonna be amazed. But so I think it was right here. So let's see. Next to see more dates, and let's go. Oh. Boom. There it is. October 2012. Let's see if I can show you this. Oh, man. So, yes. October 2012. Oh. So you can see here's someone stepping up to get their picture in front of these wings. So let's see if it was there in 2009. 2009, it was a different statue. How about 2014? Oh, 2014, it did have the same. It was the let's go. See, that says 2012. Let's see. Let's go 2016. I think it was, well, so anyway, this was the statue here. And like I say, I'm sorry. Oh, dummy. I didn't even have this on the screen. My apologies. Yeah, that wasn't making a whole lot of sense. I thought you could see the thing. So this is the statue. This picture is from February 2012. You can see this woman. She's stepping up on the stairs to take her picture, and it was a good kind of Instagram post because you stand there, lots of trees in the background. You got the big wings. I couldn't remember. I didn't realize it was just wings. I thought maybe I thought it was an angel maybe that you stood in front of, but I guess it's just the wings. You know, we have different memories of things. So here we go. This is what it was like in 2014, and then I'll go 2016. You know, this is it here, and so there were lots of. You know, everybody would take pictures in front of this thing. Sometimes on the weekends there would be a line of people all wanting to get that good selfie. But here's the little thing, and then if we turn over here, here's the entrance to the museum right there. So, and this is in Chapultepec Park in Mexico City. Just a beautiful, really big park. One thing that they have here, they've replaced this. Let's see if I can do latest. So now, this walkway between the row of trees, it's no longer stone. What they have is like some hard plastic, like lattice looking stuff, and it's filled with pebbles. It's kind of interesting to walk on. It's not the best for riding a bicycle on, but it's okay. But yeah, I guess it went away in 2016. It was not there. So there you go. Very cool. Very cool. So yeah, wings in Mexico. Yeah, it was pretty. It was pretty cool. The picture that I have is just terrible. I was wearing like the dumbest T-shirt ever, and like I had like stains on my shorts, and like I don't know, just like I was not dressed for Instagram. But yeah, that was a big coincidence. So that was pretty awesome. So there you go. That was what's my biggest coincidence. We'll do one more here. Just random. Boring. Let's see. What is your most unreasonable pet peeve? What is your most unreasonable pet peeve? I guess the idea is that pet peeves are unreasonable. They are unreasonable, I suppose. That's by definition. What would be your most unreasonable pet peeve? I think all of my pet peeves are totally reasonable. Natasha says, the lattice with pebbles probably absorbs more rain rather than it puddling on top. Should be used in more cities. Help prevent flooding. Yeah, it was good for that. It was kind of odd to walk on, I gotta say. It just had a different feel. And it doesn't mean that that all feelings are good or bad. It was just different. I wasn't used to it. So yeah. there's that. But my most unreasonable pet peeve, I suppose, I don't know that it's unreasonable. Yes, getting mad at Coconut for being noisy. I am very sensitive to noise, and I recognize that I am a lot more sensitive than other people. I, in fact, hear things that other people can't hear. But I have a real hard time when people scrape their plate. They've got their silverware, and they're using their fork, and they're just scraping it along the plate, you know, to get up whatever little tiny half a drop of flavor is still there. Scrape, scrape, scrape. I just want to scream. I don't know if that's the most unreasonable pet peeve I have, but that is definitely a pet peeve that I have. It's just, it does me in. It does me in. Natasha gets upset with people who litter. I don't understand anyone who litters. Could you maybe have misophonia? Well, I don't know what misophonia is, so let's look that up. I do have something. Oh, that's just getting okay. Misophonia is people are affected emotionally by common sounds, usually those made by others and usually ones that others don't pay attention to. For example, breathing, yawning, chewing. No, that's not it for me. It's not regular sounds. The issue with me is I have something, it's called hyperacusis, and additionally, I can hear very high-pitched sounds. So like I can hear a dog whistle. You know, I'll be Joe Biden here. Not a joke, not a joke. I can hear dog whistles. And so things that are higher on the audio spectrum are a lot louder to me. And so sometimes when someone's scraping something, it will, just that frequency is just really sets me off. But also sometimes some lamps, some light bulbs, sometimes just electricity in a wall switch, like an old wall switch, will make a high-pitched sound that is really off-putting for me. My pet peeve is pillows on the floor. I go crazy over that. I can't. I don't know what it would be like, but I live by myself with my dog, and I don't put pillows on the floor, and she doesn't either, so I can't imagine pillows on the floor. I'm with you. I'm starting to get upset right now, Big Daddy. I'm starting to get upset just imagining someone putting pillows on the floor. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, the scraping sound is too much for me. Oh, like a smoke alarm chirp. I physically react to it. It's ha ha ha. I'm not one of those people that could, not replace the battery. That would be impossible. That would be physically impossible. To be there. I couldn't do it. It's that's too much for me. Do high-pitched wind chimes get on your nerves? Wind chimes don't hit the frequency that bothers me at all. Wind chimes are just nice. Certain triggers cause immediate and irrational anger or anxiety. Well, I don't know if it's irrational or not. It's rational to me. I have pillows up against the fireplace. What? No. Don't Don't do that. I called out someone today for littering. They threw a bunch of garbage out of their car window, and it triggered me. It should. It should. You know, I like to be, I'm calm, I'm cool, I'm just like, eh. And things like that, I don't want violence. I don't wish violence on anyone. But sometimes actions like that, you really want to, you can't do it, but you kind of wish they'd be pulled out of their car and beaten in the middle of the street for doing that. Because that is, I think that's anti-Western civilization. That's not a society. Someone that throws trash out the window. They're not, you know. I go back to the George Costanza, you know. We live in a society. That's for sure. I used to hit the highest notes on my piccolo during warm-up just to be annoying. I'm just picturing a high piccolo, and I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could do it. I was thinking this Black Friday, I'm trying to decide. I walk around, because I hear stuff all the time, I walk around with noise-canceling headphones. So I got these big headphones that I wear a lot of the day. And like when I go shopping, I just wear the big headphones so that I'm not walking through and just violently reacting to sounds. Because the noise canceling really works for me. But I was thinking maybe I should get some of these small noise canceling headphones. I would like to try the Apple Pod Pros or whatever they're called. Why do they have to be white? Why do they have to be bright white? To me, that's like putting a target on you. You know, hey, come mug me for my $200 headphones. You know, that's kind of why I like my big ones. I got just some stuff on it so they don't look necessarily like they're expensive or anything. But I would buy the Apple AirPod Pro things to try them, but the white, they just bother me just because they draw too much attention to yourself with them. Maybe is that just me, or is that you? But why can't we get them in black or, you know, different color? What about women with high-pitched voices? No, someone's voice is not going to be too high. Even a comically high voice, that isn't it for me. But I will give you an example of when I do a hearing test. One of the things that they do in hearing tests is they will test your hearing at different frequencies. So they will have different frequencies in the spectrum of what humans can hear. And in the upper range of the spectrum, the lowest they could do is put it at, I think, 1 decibel. And I could hear every single thing on the upper side of the spectrum, even beyond what is supposedly human hearing, at 1 decibel. Whereas I think, if I understood correctly, they set the equipment up so that if they play it, you should be able to hear it at 20 decibels. Okay? And that's how they can test how accurate your hearing is. So they could put it at 20 decibels. If you don't hear it, they could turn it up to 30, to 40. And that way they're able to determine exactly, you know, what part of the spectrum you have hearing loss in and all of that. Now, on the normal range, I was pretty average. So for the mid ranges and the lower ranges, my hearing wasn't especially good. It was just kind of average, right? But in the upper spectrum, they could drop it all the way down to 1 decibel, and I could hear it every single time. And they were like, "How do you deal with that? Do you just walk around with with earplugs?" And I do sometimes, because it's really hard. Raycon makes a good AirPod type headphones with color choices. Okay. Well, I'm looking for a good AirPod type thing, and I want the noise canceling because that's important for me. I can hear the frequency changes from my Wi-Fi. It's high-pitched wee sound that changes pitch. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we're like that. Natasha says, I have tinnitus. I always learned it tinnitus growing up, but I think it's tinnitus is a better pronunciation. Constant ringing in my ears. Don't remember when it started. I blame it on childhood vaccines. I don't know what I would blame it on. Perhaps that, perhaps something else. There's a good percentage of people that have tinnitus. I do as well. I have constant ringing in my ears 24/7. And I don't know what that's from either. Yeah, it's a pretty good number of people that can do it. And I just don't like the treatments that they have for it. The treatments is they just kind of want to wear you out. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, man. But anyway, that is what it is. Hey, but that was good. Unreasonable pet peeves and strangest coincidence. I mean, that's a way to get conversations going, for anybody that's, experienced anything in their life. I'm a big fan of these table topic cards. I think it works pretty well. But tinnitus is horrendous. It's horrible, and I wish it on no one. I wish it on no one. I don't think I ever listened to music too loud or anything like that to do it. I didn't do any kind of job that I was like using a jackhammer or something that may have affected it like that. So I really don't even know why I have it. I think just some people get it. I blame my tinnitus on Dio in 1987. Well, cheers to Dio. What a... It's like I say that and I just want to start doing falsetto and getting everyone to turn off the stream because but I just want to start singing Holy Diver, right? From Dio. Anyway, Bastille says, I have tinnitus as well. It started after I took a hammer to a roll of caps in the garage. Oh, those were the good days. Getting a roll of caps and just smacking them. We didn't even use a hammer. We weren't that clever. In New Mexico, though, a lot of the front yards were just rocks, right? They were, the landscaping was rocks. So you just get a rock and you just hit it on the roll of caps. Did I watch the Square Pegs Devo appearance? I did not. Thank you for the reminder. And I am just going to Google that right now, so at least I will have it on my screen to check out. I meant to do that. Devo Square Pegs. And then I get done with the show, and then I just I need to sit down and relax for a minute here. But here. Yeah, this is from episode 9, Muffy's Bar Mitzvah. Okay, so there are links to it. Just with a simple search, you can find this. Muffy's Bar Mitzvah. Muffy. Devo makes their primetime TV debut with their single "That's Good." So in this episode, Some people are left off the guest list for the coolest party of the year, Muffy's New Wave Bat Mitzvah. Sorry, Muffy's New Wave Bat Mitzvah. Devo makes their primetime TV debut with their single, That's Good. Well, that sounds like fun. I'll definitely check that out. Of course, definitely check that out. Now, can you hear this? Could you hear that? That was You Know Who, because I didn't move the water bowl. Holy Diver will be stuck in my head tonight. Yeah, Holy Diver. You've been down too long in the midnight sea. Oh man, good music. Good music. And it's funny, you know, there's all great music, and I don't really go back and listen to it that much. Trying to, and I try to find new music, and I'm not really finding a whole lot of music that hits me. Yeah, that was Coconut. Just slurping away. Their big old dog tongue. Yeah. Anyway, Devo with the flower pots on their heads. Yeah. Yeah, I think the hat is great. You know, they sell the hat. You can buy the hat online. You can buy it at their concerts. It is something. It's called something unusual. It's an unusual name. Let's see. What the heck is it called? It's an energy dome. That's what it is. So they're not dog bowls or flower pots. They're plastic vacuum-formed helmets, and they are energy domes. That's what they're called. And they sued somebody for trying to sell them 10 years ago. But you can get it from shop.clubdevo.com, and this is it. Their energy dome hat, $40. Now, $40. It's just a vacuum. And they're making good money on that. But the plain truth about the energy dome, it was designed according to ancient ziggurat mound, proportions used in votive worship. Like the mounds, it collects energy and recirculates it. Well, you know, maybe that's what I need in my life. Maybe I need an energy dome hat. And, you know, $40, it can be mine. Huh. Perhaps. You know, yeah, maybe it could cure tinnitus. We could send an energy dome to Biden. I don't think it would hurt. I don't think it could hurt at all. Devo fans, check out Neil Young with Devo. I never knew Neil could rock out like that. Oh, I know Neil Young can rock out like that. Oh, yeah. Got to get one of those hats. I would like to try it. I have a really big head, and most hats, I can't use most hats. Which is kind of a drag, because you can't find any nice vintage Stetsons or anything to wear. Because I think my hat size is about I think it's an 8. I think it's 8. Basically, if I get the ball cap, I can connect one. You know, on the things where you connect it, I can connect to the last one, and often it kind of gives the illusion of being like a little kid or something. But yeah, maybe the energy dome hat could do something. You know, I wonder if Temu has some knockoff Energy Dome hats, because they knock off everything else, right? Everything they you know, they don't care about intellectual property in China. So on Temu, they just copy whatever. So I'll look on there to see if it's there. That hat probably doesn't prevent loneliness. I don't know. I mean, if you wore that hat out in public, you might get people talking to you, or you might get people avoiding you. One of the two is definitely going to happen. That's for sure. But see, oh man. But speaking of Neil Young, yeah, I went and saw Neil Young this summer. He played at the Outdoor Center in Vancouver, Washington, near here. And it was interesting because it was just him. He didn't have a band. And he set it up like his living room. So he had a piano and, you know, different organs and keyboards and whatnot. And he would walk around and he was like, oh yeah, I bought this, you know, this pipe organ in, you know, wherever, Grove, California. I paid $800 for it in 1974 or whatever. He'd tell you a little story about where he bought each instrument and how much he paid for it, which was kind of funny. It was endearing. And he played just like an acoustic set that was kind of like a living room, but it was in a big place. You know, there was probably 5,000 people there. But what a great showman, and just truly one of the geniuses of our times. So that was really fun. I don't know about the loneliness and the hat, but now, you know what? It makes me think that we're gonna have to do an experiment. Someone's got to get an Energy Dome hat, and we got to see if we can do anything with it. I'll put that on the list. But I do have bookmarked Devo on Square Pegs. I've got it right here to watch. Isn't Neil Young the guy who quit Spotify because Joe Rogan's support of horse paste? He may have been. You know, just because someone has a really bad take on politics doesn't mean they can't be a fantastic musician. You know, probably, and I would say that that's the trend. You're not going to have a really good take on politics and be a really good musician. It's one or the other. You know, it's one or the other. And that's okay, right? We can have artists that have different ideas on things. And for the most part, if someone just has ideas on things that I don't care for, I can still appreciate their art for the most part. I think when it gets into separating the art from the artist is if they actually do something really creepy. So as an example, I just can't get beyond Woody Allen. I know he made great stuff, but the fact that he married his stepdaughter, or essentially his stepdaughter, that's just like a bridge too far for me. So like, nah, done with you. But for the most part, if there's a comedian, I don't have to agree with them on anything, really. Are they funny? Do they make me laugh? Do they bring a different viewpoint that I haven't heard? That's kind of what I care about more than, because I would hate to have to find people that I agree with politically to be a fan of, because I wouldn't have a very big selection of things to enjoy. Neil Young, Southern man, don't need him around here anymore. Yeah, Norm Macdonald had good political insight. He did. Norm Macdonald was one of those guys that seemed dumb. Actually brilliant. I got to see Norm Macdonald on his last tour here in Portland. Went with my friend Jesse. Jesse actually went 4 nights. He went and saw him every night because he was a really big fan, and he wanted to see how we did things differently each night. stepdaughter hadn't heard that. Well, it was Mia Farrow's adopted daughter. And technically, Woody wasn't married to Mia. I mean, they weren't technically married, but they were essentially, long-term partners. So it was her adopted daughter, Sun Yi, who he married when she was an adult, But still, I don't know. Too weird for me. Norm said the perfect joke is where the punchline is just a repetition of the setup. Yeah, that was genius. That was really genius. He did have dry humor. Really, really funny guy. Yeah. Bill Cosby. Bill Cosby's interesting. Yeah, I'd have a hard time going but the thing is, I haven't been paying attention to Bill Cosby's comedy in a long time, right? Early Bill Cosby was hilarious, and so much of it, he was a great storyteller. But not only that, just the expressions that he could do on his face. He could just make me laugh just by making a, just a look on his face. But his early comedy records, right? Long play records. They were really, really funny stuff. Yeah, he was a really talented, funny guy. And maybe, I guess, if you get everything in the world, you get all the success, then you just got to get weird to make it more interesting. Perhaps. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not into reading people like that. Anyway, I guess that's about all I have for y'all tonight. I'm gonna watch this Square Pegs episode with Devo right now, but I'll be back tomorrow at noon on the West Coast, 3 on the East. It's oh my God, it's a Wednesday, so it's a Big Idea Wednesday. I do have a big idea. It might be semi-original, not necessarily original to me, but I don't know if there's any literature about the idea that I want to do. I'll do some searching to find out if that's true or not. But I got a big idea for tomorrow, something really good to think about. And I do think if you go on my playlist, on my channel, I have playlists of big ideas. If you go through, one of the great things that I love about the Big Idea Wednesday is I think each one of them is kind of a fun thing that you could talk about with someone, like at a Thanksgiving. It's interesting, it's thought-provoking, and it's typically not political, right? So it's something that you could talk about with anyone. And most of the time, these psychological phenomenon or whatever ideas that I talk about are not super well-known, or they're not well-known to just the regular person unless they're into, psychology. Most people don't know these, but and so that's what I think is kind of fun is, you can watch a Big Idea show and then you got something interesting to talk about with people. So, yeah, so that's it. Anyway, that's all I got for y'all tonight. I hope you have a great evening. Sleep tight, happy dreams, all that good stuff. I will catch you later. Bye, chat. And until next time, peace. And I don't have the graphics, so but maybe I got this.